2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Crime, murder, chalk outlines,
DNA tests,
blood,
anonymous tip,
beheadings and disembowelments,
fingerprints,
the yellow tape that they have on crime scenes,
witness statements,
stakeouts with my cop friend and we drink coffee, UV lights that they can see on 5 minutes.
I'm watching Mr. In-Between at the moment.
Oh, again? Or was
No, I
this the first
never watched it the first time.
You digging it?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's sick,
Right.
hey?
4 episodes into the first season. I thought it was just 1 season.
No, it's 2.
3.
3?
Mm.
But it leaves you wanting even more.
Does
like,
it?
I just wish it kept going.
The reason I bring it up, just really quickly before I start the timer for Belle's true crime story, is because whenever I hear the intro and it says stakeout with my cop friends, you do often think of stakeouts as cops, but also baddies do stakeouts.
Baddies do
True.
stakeouts.
Mhm.
Have the baddies just done a stakeout?
Yeah, so episode 4, I believe, maybe 3, it's pretty cool. He goes to have a cigarette at like 12:30 at night. He looks out the window and he can see the guys in the van, and he has like a night scope,
Yeah.
and he knows they're there for him. So he goes, gets in his car, puts a bulletproof vest on,
Mm.
drives. They're following him, so he knows they're after him. He goes to like this abandoned like area, and then he's got that like submachine gun.
That's,
That's
And
right.
he lights them
yes.
up.
Yes. Because they rock up after him and then he just goes.
Yeah, it's like an Australian
yeah.
John Wick.
It's sick. It's on binge.
Because he doesn't mess about.
No,
No.
he's a straight shooter. And he also kind of feels like a guy you might know.
Yeah,
Do you know
he's
what I
a
mean?
Dad.
I mean, not right now because this isn't what the podcast is about. He looks like my cousin. Like, looks exactly like my cousin.
Your cousin looks like
My
that?
cousin looks like that.
What are you trying to...
What are you insinuating?
Thing.
Well, your time starts now.
You're not into bald men with
Time has
beards
started.
in their
Who
40s?
can handle business when they
True.
need to?
Because it kind of
True,
sounds
true,
like
true,
a description that the police would give for your boyfriend.
Yes, that is true, with a full tat sleeve and all. Yeah, no. Gear change right now.
Okay.
So this week's story, or true crime, is it does involve a child, but stick with me.
Jesus, you went wrong about the gear change.
No, yes. Well, I
Okay.
wasn't expecting Ben to do
Yeah,
that.
well, just
but
got very
like I
serious.
said, stick with me. We don't normally do them about children, but yeah, it's all good. So we are going to be talking about the story of Shannon Matthews. You may have heard about her. She was 9 years old. She went missing in February 2008. Over in England. Don't Google her, Liam, because it will ruin the story. So there's many documentaries and as well as like dramatized series around this story. So you may have even seen something like that. So Shannon grew up. She was, like I said, 9 years old when she went missing in 2008. She grew up with her mother and her siblings, her mum Karen. They were all really in like a poor part of England. They were not blessed with money. And this was like a few months after the whole Madeleine McCann case in 2007. So everybody was really on edge at this point about children going missing. And over in this part of the UK, they just, they still sent them off to school by themselves. Off you go, get the bus, walk to school, whatever. Shannon was one of those children. She walked to school. On her way home from school, though, she did go missing. She didn't make it home. Her mum obviously freaked out. The whole community started looking around for her for days and days. The community actually raised $50,000 in like a matter of days to find Shannon safe and well. The police were using choppers and divers and dogs and everything trying to find her. So like I said, the whole community is rallying around. It takes around about a month of everybody really getting around Karen, trying to support her. And even the police were doing like everything in their power, and the media was obsessed with Karen as well. I've got a little bit of audio here of Karen in a press release.
Shannon, if you're out there, please come on. We love you to bits. We miss you so much. We love you so much. Please come home, Shannon.
Have you heard anything at all from her, Karen?
Nothing at all. I just want her home, where she belongs, with the family. If anybody's got Shannon, please return her home safe. Please. I'm begging you, baby, come home.
Sad. Definitely from the north of England.
Good try. I knew you'd try and pick the accent, Liam.
Love doing that. Manchester?
I can't remember.
Okay. I get it's besides the point.
Yeah. Sadly, as you can hear, Karen's obviously distraught. A month goes by, and the police finally think they had a lead on where Shannon could be. They'd drawn up this huge family tree of Karen's family and of her partner, Craig, her boyfriend, his family tree as well. And they actually found that there was the last person remaining to connect all the dots was Craig, so Shannon's stepdad's uncle. Shannon's stepdad, his uncle, Michael, was the last missing person in the family tree. So they'd door knocked all of their family and friends. They went, right, we're going to go to Michael's apartment. They went to his apartment. He didn't answer. They went to his neighbour's door. She answered and said, yeah, no, he should definitely be home. Also, I've been hearing a lot of footsteps around his apartment recently. And it sounds like a child's footsteps. So immediately oh,
yeah,
right.
okay, yeah.
So they keep knocking. They ended up kicking down the door. They found his bedroom locked, kicked down that door, went into his bedroom, and they went to the bed. And in the bed, they could hear a little bit of noise. And under the bed, Michael had built this little cavity where he was hiding with Shannon. Now, so keep in mind, this is Craig, so Shannon's stepdad's uncle. He had her under this bed and had actually been keeping her in his apartment for a whole month. He had kept her hostage, but apparently he had been letting her watch TV and giving her treats and snacks and looking after her, supposedly. They obviously arrest him. They get Shannon into the hospital looking after her. He says that he's innocent and had nothing, to hide and he'd done nothing wrong because it was actually all Karen's idea. Shannon's mum, Karen, who we just heard the audio of before, she had gotten together with Michael, so her partner's uncle, and said to him, I'm going to get you to kidnap my daughter, Shannon, 9 years old, and we're going to try and get the money to build up as much as possible. So the prize money for when she gets returned is as high as it can be, and then we'll split the money together.
Whoa.
So...
Buzzer beater!
Yeah.
Go off, Queen.
They had raised, like I said, so £50,000, which is about 100,000 Australian. The police, though, had spent £3.2 million on trying to find Shannon. That's the equivalent to about 6 million Australian.
Who kicked down the door?
The police.
Oh, the police did?
Yeah.
Right.
So they were both sentenced to 8
And
years
was he
in prison.
home, the guy?
Someone wasn't listening.
No, you said under the bed. I didn't know if you meant...
He was hiding in the bed with
her.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
I wasn't sure if you said he was just under there sometimes or if he was literally under there with her
they looked
hiding.
under and he was there with her.
Oh, God, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it is horrible. And if you look up a picture of him, he looks terrifying, may I say. He's dead now. But they both got sentenced to 8 years in prison. Karen was released. Like I said, Michael passed away. Karen's released, but she is under a fake name living elsewhere. Shannon got put into care. She's also under a fake name and is supposedly fine.
Poor kid.
But the worst part is they organised this whole thing. Her own mum, who you could hear in that audio, sounded
she sounded pretty genuine, didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas she's actually been organising this whole thing with her partner's uncle to get as much money from them as possible. The whole plan was actually also that Michael would then drop off Shannon somewhere in public and then he'd find her and literally just be like, oh, I found Shannon. All right, cool. We'll take that 50 grand now.
What about the partner? Was the partner not able to have custody?
No, he didn't know, apparently. No,
But then why wouldn't he get custody? Why did she go into protection?
He was arrested for something else that we won't go into.
Okay.
And another little nugget, which is really horrible, is so, like I said, Maddie McCann had only just gone missing a few months prior. There was a big organisation and foundation made for her family. Apparently, Karen reached out to the Maddie McCann's family and said, hey, my daughter's also missing. Can I have some of your money?
Oh, God.
And they
For
were
real?
about to give her money, and then the police said, hang on, we might think that Karen's okay. And then stopped them from giving her money. So, yes.
Oh, wow. That's
Interesting.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but Shannon would now be around about 26 years old and hopefully living a good life.
Yeah,
hopefully.
They're also from Dewsbury, 1 hour away from Manchester.
There
So
you go.
it's close, but no cigar.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.